All right, guys, we got a treat for you today. We're spectating duos, and right off the rip, we spectate one of the best duos I think I've ever randomly just spectated from beginning to end. But guys, hope you enjoy the video. Let's dive into it. All right, guys, today we'll be spectating some duos gameplay. And again, I think duos is one of the better modes for you guys to practice teamwork because you only have to practice communication with one guy. I know a lot of times players struggle with team modes because it just gets chaotic in chat, or you're playing with three teammates that don't communicate. Either or, it's better to find one player that you can sync up with than three. But here we are spectating Hendrix and Raw Montana. Now look, this is probably the first time in Warzone 2 we've ever spectated initially off the rip a player with more than 4 kills. Your boy's got 6. They're at a stronghold. Just judging by his awareness, he's watching mini-map, his reaction time's pretty good. And I'm assuming they clearly dropped over here at Observatory. Now I'm gonna rewind real quick because I just want you to notice one simple just blip. And this is why watching the mini-map is one of the most important things, because it was there for a split second. Now, most players don't watch the mini-map. I'm looking at the mini-map at least every 3 seconds, and it's for reasons like this, because this dot popped up and all of a sudden it was gone. Boom. Come and gone, man. So this enemy is clearly around us. He had an arrow above him, so he's clearly on the elevation. And again, people would assume, well, Savage, he's not on the mini-map because he's flying in the air. That's why the arrow's above him. You're wrong. Well, he could be, actually. We'll find out. But if you look at the terrain, when you look at the topography of the map, you can tell by the shadows of the ridges, elevation is either increasing or decreasing. And because the shadows are on our side, I'm assuming, and knowing the map, that it's actually higher ground over here. So I think this guy is still here. Not to mention, I would assume somebody had to kill Hendrix. His teammate might have killed him, but the fact that it's Observatory, the fact he just popped his little ass up here again, this man's playing around this area. It is weird that, I mean, he's on the edge of the circle. No, I feel like this UAV is not picking him up as much as it should. I get a little sniper action. As a sniper, you guys know I enjoy watching snipers. And see, and he's paying attention to the mini-map as well, dude. He saw it pop up at least once, and now he's scanning this direction. And now we're getting a little aggressive. I like it. Now, I can't see what Raw Montana's doing on the mini-map, but I'm assuming he's playing with us, and we're getting shot by AI that are not marked on the UAV. That could be a spectating glitch, actually. It's not like there are no glitches in this game. Boom! You hear him on the right-hand side. He heard him too. We do have enough money for a UE. We have 2 buy stations stacked on top of each other. Thank God they spread out all the buy stations. I mean, dude, awesome. Awesome. Can you guys tell I love Activision? There's the UE. No one's on mini-map, but someone is there. Again, it might be a spectating glitch. I'm not sure. We got a vehicle next to us on our left-hand side, so we're technically kind of pinched right now. I'm going to stop this, right? I'm going to stop this. So I don't really blame Hendrix for coming to this area. I would have liked to have seen him push with Montana. Again, play together. To be real, they probably didn't play together because of the cluster strike. So again, Hendrix might have been forced into this area because of that cluster. And instead of just hiding in a building, he decided to push the squad mate from a different angle. Lo and behold. Oh, they're on 2 different teams. All right, Montana did get a kill. So if you guys are wondering, why is Montana not helping us? Well, 2 reasons. 1, he clearly just got a kill on this guy. And 2, there's a cluster strike bombarding the hell out of him. Thank God there's 1,000 clusters in the game, and they've just received, I believe, 3 of them. So at this point here, you have 2 objectives. 1, you want to kill this guy and hopefully get the money from him. And 2, you could decide to loot, get the money, buy your squad mate back, and then hunt. If your skill is not there, if you don't feel confident playing a 1v1, I want you guys to engage in fights. But because this is duos, since we're so close to getting our teammate back, we only need $1,500. Let's go ahead and gather the money and buy our teammate back. But again, because Montana's clearly a lot more capable than most, I like to see what he's doing. And look at this guy, crouch walking in the open, dove away because we have a Fennec, jumping back with the RPK. and taking some shots. What do we always say? Right gun for the right fight. And literally, this guy's in the open. And in this position, most players would have just tried to commit and get the kill with the Fennec. But again, at this range, know your guns. This range, you might be able to get the kill if he doesn't shoot back, but that's a big might. And also the fact that most players shoot back no matter what lobby you're in. So he dives out of the way, providing some cover between him and the enemy. He wants to get a better angle on the enemy. And so instead of just slow walking, he paid attention to where he came from, saw another piece of cover, whipped out the right gun, and got the easy fight. Now, this guy here, shame on him times two. Out in the open, not utilizing these walls as cover. And again, just like the video I posted the other day, you guys want to... I feel like I'm going to have to show this every video. If you guys see an enemy, don't just sit there in the open and spray and pray at them. What do? Find yourself a nice piece of cover and you hug that shit. Just like Raw Montana's doing. This man is literally decreasing his hitbox. Notice my hitbox right now. This is the only place you can shoot me. Now look at it. You can shoot my entire body. Look at him. You can shoot his entire body. We can put this RPK in his foot and take him out in 6 bullets. So again, guys, cover, cover, cover. And he's got plenty of it. Dude, he's... Oh my God, look at the bodies in here. I'm assuming this is probably where Montana and them got those initial 6 kills. And now look at that. We got the kill, we got the money. We didn't have to waste our time looting, and we're off. But again, one more time, I'm gonna reiterate. If you guys want to get in the fight and you're in duos and you know there's only one guy there, by all means, do you. But the safer play, get your teammate back and then push, because you might run into a duo. You do not know. I would have done the same shit. I probably would have hunted that dude down and not wasted my time looting. But again, you have to decide your move based on your skill. And I know a lot of you guys right now are like, well, Savage, that's why I camp in a corner, because I suck. That's not a strategy. Don't do that. Even if you're the worst player in the world, I promise you guys, if you stop camping, you'll become a better player. And also, I just want to identify the term camping, right? Because a lot of people, you know, when I spectated Iron freaking years ago, a lot of people in the comments were like, he's camping. And let's just talk about the difference between camping and power position real quick. If you are one of those win grinders, if you're a player that wants to win grind and you want to pre-rotate and get to the high ground and get the best position, I don't consider that camping at all. What I consider camping is sitting your ass in a building that doesn't matter, blinded from the rest of the map, with a door closed in front of you, with cluster mines and claymores and bouncing betties and tripwires and all that cool shit. That's camping. And I know there's not tripwires in the game. I get that. I was being sarcastic, but you got my point. We see a guy below us right here. Precision coming in. So we got 2 teams here for sure. It is weird that a precision was launched at a building with multiple levels. Again, I don't do that. And no one's shooting their gun. Let's talk about when to use precisions and clusters real quick, and we'll move on. If you need to suppress an enemy to rotate to a position because you're out of position, use a precision or a cluster. If you have an enemy knocked and you don't want him to res, I'm okay with it. Hell yeah, launch that thing. If the guy's on a rooftop and you want to get him off so you can get an easier kill, I'm even okay with that. But look at this building. There's nobody on the rooftop. Even if he's in the 2nd floor, 1st floor, guess what? He's not going to die to that. So whoever did that just wasted a whole streak. And I guarantee we'll probably see that not just 1,000 times in this video, but basically every match. And it happens to us all the time. We got in a fight the other day. Oh, look at this guy. Hey, Mary Poppins. It's in Fortnite, brother. You know, I respect the enemy landing on us to hopefully get a kill with a pistol, because, I mean, I can get a kill with a pistol, and then you might be able to take a shit. But there's 2 of us up here, so not a smart move. This is great because we have a teammate on the rooftop with us. So there's no risk. If we get knocked, we're going to get res. Our body's going to fall backwards, and we're going to get res, and this guy can't do shit. Might be able to precision us or cluster us, but again, the amount of time it's going to take for that thing to come in, you can safely self-res, you can safely B-res, and jump off the roof. 2, again, dude, the reward is just beautiful. So this enemy here didn't really do a good job for many reasons. This player heard Montana on the rooftop shooting Mary Poppins, which is cool. Yeah, I bet. Fight me. I'm down for that. But why, again, are you peeking to see where we're at in the open? Play corners. Now, there are times we'll all be in the open for sure. But if you're getting shot at, if you hear someone getting shot at close to you, do not run in the open like this. And he almost got the fight won, but again, he might have actually won that fight and gotten the knock if he would have played that corner. So we've gotten 2 kills, and I'm still sold on the fact there's another player here. Because Mary Poppins didn't really count. Precision was already launched. We didn't hear anyone shoot, so I'm betting nobody died. And I'm pretty sure that guy's sitting in that square building in front of us. Just because, again, the precision. Just use a little deductive reasoning to figure out situations. And they know where he's at. Montana's looking at the building. Hendricks is tempted to push. You can see it in him. He's looking, he backs up, he looks again, he backs up. Look at him. This man's hungry. There he is. There he goes. All right, we just continue to check the area. We got a loadout next to us, so I like the fact that they're just checking it, you know. And again, there's a difference between camping a loadout, which this could be arguable, or just taking advantage of it, right? And Hendricks is going in. He's got a ping, so I'm assuming he's spotted something over here. We can't see where the ping's at, unfortunately. There's movement in the garage twice. Montana spots it. Boom. Easy kill. I have a lot of questions for your boy in the building. 1, why did he not peek those guys before we got there? 2, why did he not shoot the entire time we got there? 3, why did he not peek us when we killed the first guy, the second guy? And 4, even if you're afraid to fight, why did he not just change his position? He stayed in the same building the whole time. And clearly they kept checking that building. They were able to spot him again. All right, good job. Just a perfect example of being patient with your shooting, right? He didn't initially shoot at the guy because he was running to cover. The chance, even with the TTK in this gun, the chance of getting the kill really isn't there. He started shooting once Hendricks got the hit. He was hoping to follow up and get the knock. You know, as a sniper, I love the fact that it's 2-tap, because with how slow paced this game is, if it was 1-tap, people would be camping harder with snipers than they already are. So I miss 1-tap snipers, but because the majority of people with snipers just lay prone staring in one direction for 900 minutes, I'm glad they made the nerf. I think sniping right now requires a lot more skill than it used to. And I like that. It's probably really the only thing that's kind of balanced in this game is sniping. Hopefully we'll see some changes with all the weapons to kind of match that. And also look, second time, we're using streaks for no reason. What are you gonna do with a cluster strike where we're both inside a building? What, you're gonna execute us? That's cute, we're not even not. You gonna down us inside of a 2-story building? Hell no. Again, save your streaks for when you actually might need it. I do like the fact we're not even worried about that guy. This dude's still sniping at us. This guy wants damage so bad. All right, Hendricks is shooting at somebody. I don't know if he got the kill or not. I don't think so. So right now, I like what we're doing. I like what Montana's doing. So Hendricks is fighting somebody, and we're trying to get a better angle to help him out, right? We're kind of too far away to really push up and do much good. So he's trying to see if he can get line of sight on the enemy and be a little bit better help. There's like a whole squad in those doorways and windows up there. I don't think he saw it right here. Yeah, there they are, right there and right there. They see us. And again, just knowing your surroundings, you don't have to memorize the map, but as you're walking, just take mental notes like, okay, where's the closest piece of cover? He just instantly dove back here, knew this vehicle was safe, and proned out so you can play it up. A lot of people in that situation, from what we've seen, what I've played against, would just stand there in the open and spray and pray to God they can outshoot them. Now look, what did this enemy team do wrong? And I'm not going to pause it. This is what they did wrong. And I will pause it. Dude, if you're sitting on the edge of the gas and you have a team that is pinching you to the gas, right? You have the gas, then you have them in the middle, and then you have us on the other side. If we're sandwiching you, do not shoot at us. Do not shoot at us. Try to remain stealth or just GTFO the long way around. Avoid fighting because now you've pissed them off. Now we've got a beautiful hold on you and you're dead. I do like the fact Montana's checking the top just in case, because look, again, aggressive players will play the edge to hunt. Not so good players will play the edge because they don't know any better, because they believe in the heart of hearts that's what you're supposed to do. Nerf the amount of streaks on Al-Mazrah for the love of God. Holy, bro, I think we've seen 5 or 6 streaks so far today, or this game. I mean, well, you got to give your boy credit though. Leading a vehicle like that, it's such a good feeling. Oh my gosh. And he just, there's nothing he can do in that situation. You know, I'd like to sit here and critique Montana and be like, bro, you should have turned. But when you're driving or walking into a streak, you don't get the alert. Shit, when streaks are thrown on you 90% of the time, you don't get an alert. But if you're not right there when he calls it in, it's not going to give you an alert. So you really have no idea. And so that is no fault of your boy, but whoever did it, fuck them. But great job. And the reason why I stopped this is because I thought I saw some movement. Yeah, I did right there. And yeah, the fact that that's where the smoke grenade was at, and that's kind of where I was looking, but he probably was looking on the opposite side, and you see him in there in the hut. I think he sees him too, where it's getting a better angle to gatekeep him once again. And I do want y'all to notice again, an enemy playing the edge, putting himself in a position to get gate kept, but he does have a vehicle. So he's playing the edge, but at least he had an escape. Is it a good idea still? Possibly, because he got the kill, but nope. What in the hell are you playing with fate, bro? What are you doing? But to be honest, I'm just salty he killed Montana. So honestly, it was really an impressive precision. It's not impossible to do, but it's a rare commodity. Oh, you put yourself in a spot, brother. And there was 2 in there. What? Oh, that's why he was stopped. I'm gonna be honest. If y'all saw it, I didn't. I didn't see him pick up a second guy. Wow. Look, another team on the edge. We're in a solo situation right now. We're not able to get the shots off of the enemy. We're using the Hurricane, which is a decent SMG. And I think the best part about it is that it's a hybrid. You can kind of use it as an AR. You have a little bit better range. It's not one of my favorites, but I like the patience he has with it. We spot the other guy in the back. We got one crack. Now we're in, oh my God, here's another one. Let's count the streak. Let's play. How many streaks do we see? It's ridiculous, dude. I hate it. I honestly hate it. If I go back and I look at my old like 8-hour streams from Warzone 1, I guarantee you we witness or receive more streaks in one match of Warzone 2 than I received an entire 8-hour day in Warzone 1. But look, even them, as good as they are playing the edge, you know, they were playing the edge, being aggressive and hunting, but all of a sudden it put them in a position when they were playing the edge, trying to relocate, and there were enemies near us. And then we had a fight, play the edge. And then we got stuck in another fight, had to play the edge. And here we are now just running for our life, trying to get in a better position. Hendrix definitely is not a bad shot. All right, so we're scanning the area. We spot a chopper, right? Now, Montana right now is not AFK. He's observing everything going on around him. He's trying to see who's around him, either for many different reasons. 1, just to get intel and know where to go and how to rotate out of here. 2, to hopefully land on somebody, kill them, and take their shit. And also 3, to find out a safe spot to land and give heads up to where Hendrix might get shot from. Again, when we spectate squads, duos, trios, or quads, dude, when we spectate those modes, we'll see people get bought back and just dive in on their teammate and not even look. And then they finally get their shit and they get clapped from an enemy they should have seen just from scanning. So right now we have a good vantage point. We definitely have the high ground and we can watch basically everything. And you could damn well guarantee everyone else is going to be in these buildings. There's no doubt about it. Now, we're on the smaller side of the zone, so we might not get favored. We might get favored a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But what I'm really waiting to see is if these players even look at us. We know from spectating and from playing, players just like to sit in buildings and hide. They don't want to peek doorways. They don't want to peek rooftops. They don't look out the damn window. Why? Because they're afraid they're going to get shot in the face. You know, even if they start shooting, I still don't think people are going to shoot back. I really don't. And again, like, you know, I made that tips and tricks videos, that 32 tips video, and it was very, very basic tips. And I almost felt dirty for putting out such basic tips. But again, this is shit that I get from what we watch. So to me, it seems like it's just, come on, bro, that's common sense. But again, I just don't know if it really is because of what we watch every game, whether we're spectating, whether we're playing. The only person I hear shooting right now is Hendrix. You see a guy back on the hill as well. So right now, Montana's just gathering intel. He's just noticing where people are rotating to. Trying to get intel. We got more people on the back end of the zone getting shot at by another squad. So we've now discovered where 4 squads are at, and we're going to jump from this. I don't know if I like that. We actually did get favored. I would play this a little longer because Circle may favor us. It's very unlikely, but it might. And just because we don't have to leave right now, I don't think I would. And Hendrix did come back. I think Hendrix was anticipating the rotation away, and I kind of was too. Just to highlight the good things that they're doing is they're very observant. They're very aware of their surroundings. They're always gathering intel on enemies. They're good shots, clearly, and it's mostly because they're always taking shots. Montana hasn't shot now because it would be dumb to do so. He's got 50 bullets, so I'm glad he's not shooting. But as far as Hendrix, he's shooting at everything and everybody, and I love it. So we do have to rotate now, unfortunately. I like the fact that Montana is checking the hill. Now, normally, this would be a dangerous thing to do, because our entire right-hand side is exposed, but because no one shot at us in the past 40 minutes, I think they're pretty safe. Again, just marking players. He knows he's gonna need his ammo in a little bit. He's trying his best not to waste that little ammunition he does have. 5 teams left besides these guys. Look at this dude. Let's lay prone in the water, brother. That'll work. I love it. Wow. Player number just dove down, so we know he got the kill. More clusters. There we go. Y'all, who's counting for me? Who's counting? The riot shield would be a bad play because the ammunition, I like that, because now your teammate can kind of play behind you. Let's see what the circle rotates to. I don't think anything. Another cluster. You can't make it up, man. Oh shit, look at this circle rotation. All right, so you have 2 ideas. You can do 2 different things. One, we could pre-rotate. Granted, we don't have a gas mask, but we could pre-rotate because these guys are being bombarded with clusters. So nobody's gonna be peeking. They haven't been peeking when there was no clusters. You know damn well they're not peeking when they are being clustered. Or 2, we could play the fence line and play it slow. We could play this rock and play it slow. Let's see what they do. There's a lot of options we can do. And again, they're probably gonna win because these guys, I don't think, have shot at all. Minus the team we saw rotating on the edge in the back. Look at that, we're being shot at. I like the fact that Hendrix is rotating up top and he's just distracting everybody. Now it's just shooting fish in a barrel, baby. I mean, even so, dude. Now, what could have all those teams done differently? Well, we said it a lot. They should have been looking. They should have been outside. They should have been peeking the windows, right? You don't have to be sitting outside. But the circle at one point favored all these buildings. And you know what all the 9 teams did? Or actually the 8 teams, because there was a guy under us in the water. You know what all 8 of these teams did? They sat fucking still. They sat still. And I always tell players, if you guys want to make your end game a lot easier, help the lobby by killing players, because the last thing you want to do is have to be forced out by the gas and fight not only the gas, clearly all of them had to, not only the team gatekeeping you, which is these guys here, but you're gonna have to fight the other guys that are sitting on the edge with you. You're literally putting yourself into the worst position. There are certain circles in certain areas, and it happens often, where you want to slow it down at the end of the game and you want to play the edge and not put yourself in the middle so that everyone's shooting at you. But in situations like this, when the middle is clearly open at water and clearly everyone's gonna be on your side, you need to look. Hendrix and Montana were vulnerable. The guy under us was vulnerable. All these guys were rotating in. No one did anything. It amazes me. If you want to sit in a building, that's fine, but at least please look out the window. Please. You'll do yourself a favor. But guys, look, again, we witness these mistakes day in and day out, and I really want to put an emphasis on just keeping your eyes open and being observant. This is one of the best squads in Warzone 2 we've randomly spectated that just not only did everything right, but they were observant more than anything. They watched everything. They decided who to shoot at and who not to shoot at, why he's going to shoot at him, why he's not going to shoot at him. They displayed it literally almost every fight, especially with the Fennec and the RPK switch. And then now when Montana wasn't just shooting at people with his 50 rounds, he was just providing intel for Hendrix so Hendrix could get the kill. So just great teamwork, great communication, clearly a lot of pings as well. Just a beautiful display of just being a player, man. But guys, please avoid the mistakes we spectate. Take all the good things from these guys that we got from them, because they gave us a lot of good, and that's a rare commodity. But y'all have a good one, man. Good luck in Warzone. You're gonna need it.